Hello everyone, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm reporting a little bit of a weight loss update, talking a bit more about this mango diet and talk about weight loss in general. If that's something you're interested in, you might like the video. I didn't really come into the raw vegan lifestyle for weight loss. It did happen, but I also gained weight. So funnily enough, I was at my lowest weight on a raw diet and at my highest weight on a raw diet. So you can gain and lose weight on any diet. If you do a proper healthy raw vegan diet the right way, the way I would recommend now and the way that I do it now, um, you should you should lose weight, but not uncontrollably. You don't want to lose weight to the point that you're becoming underweight. You know, you want to be at a point where you're eating enough to maintain a healthy weight. That's what we all need and want, and eat enough so that you can fuel your lifestyle, your activities, your fitness. And we all, not all of us, but most people, average person, probably needs to be fitter than they are to be healthy, to be truly healthy. They need to probably increase the level of their fitness. And if you do increase the level of your fitness, you're increasing your activity, you have to eat more in line with that. And um, if you are feeling any of the effects of under eating, you need to really make some changes to what you're doing. Obviously, if you're rapidly losing weight, if you're uncontrollably hungry and thinking about food all the time, if you are have no energy, low motivation, if you're starting to feel depressed, negative thoughts, a lot of things like that, and that's out of character for you, if you're feeling constipated, if you're feeling cold all the time, a lot of these things can be connected with under eating and simply not eating enough calories on any diet. On the raw diet, it's quite easy for people to undereat because they're changing to a new pattern of eating, in which they're not being dictated to by their addictions as to what they should eat and how much to eat. They're actually having to get in touch with their true instincts of their body, and that takes time for people, quite frankly. But I've been 10 weeks ago. I was 181 pounds in weight. That was 12 stone 13 for those in the UK, and I went from 800, or I'm not sure what the kilograms were, over eight, probably 80 something kilograms, over 80 kilograms, and I went from that to over 10-week period. Uh, I've went down to 162 pounds, which is a weight loss of around 18 and a half pounds, and in kilograms I've went down to 73.7. So that's good. Basically, that's what I was trying to do. My intention was to lose some weight. Now, my intention was to lose weight from about 2 years ago. I made the decision I need to lose weight, right? And I was over 14 stone at the time, nearly 200 pounds. And I thought, right, this is not good, you know. So so at that point, I'd actually fallen back on cooked food, and that's why it went up even further. So I went back to raw. It took me a while, but I got back to raw, and I thought, right, I'm back to raw now. The weight will just come off, and it didn't straight away. It did a little bit, but slowly, very, very slowly, and sometimes it went back up again. So then I thought, right, I'll go to completely no overt fats, or no nuts and seeds. And once again, it still was kind of slow. And then I thought, okay, I'll give up the avocados and just have fruit and like vegetables. And did that for ages, and did lose the weight. It was coming down, but very slowly again. And then if I even had a few avocados or whatever I did, it went back up again really quickly. So I thought, right, I need to take control of this, try a slightly different approach. Because what I was doing was I'm just going to eat in abundance as much as I like, you know, on a raw diet. And what I want to say in this video is I think that can work. It probably will work for most people starting off. For someone like me who knows how much to eat to stay raw and has no desire to eat cooked food, and you know, I don't want an excuse to eat cooked food in a few days' time, which is why some people undereat, because they want to, I don't know, they want those cravings to build up uncontrollably or something, I don't know. But uh, I know how to eat enough. So I was just maintaining my weight. Even though I was overweight, I was just maintaining my weight on just the fruit and lettuce diet. And I was eating a lot of tomatoes. So it was funny because I was thinking, tomatoes are really low calorie fruit. I thought I would just lose weight really easily eating a lot of tomatoes and stuff. But I actually maintained weight, which I liked actually. I thought this is good proof that I can maintain my weight. But what I did was I just thought, right, I'm going to use conventional weight loss advice to lose this weight. And I went to just researched it, and the internet suggests that for weight loss you restrict calories by 500, less than what you need to maintain the weight that you're at. And bear in mind, if you're losing weight, the weight that you're at is higher than it should be. So the calories you need to maintain that weight are higher than what you need to be at your healthy weight. So I worked all that out. I just took off 500, and I needed somewhere in between 2,000 and 2,200 calories. I thought, well, I'll try 2,000. And the first few days that I cut down to 2,000 calories, and this is a 100% raw diet, I really felt the effects of it, because I was used to eating as much as I wanted all day long. And I felt a little bit cold. I could feel I was just a little bit unbalanced or something. Mentally I wasn't as good. I could really feel it. And maybe I was eating a little bit maybe I was eating less than I realized, I'm not sure. But at the end of that week, I'd lost 4 pounds or something, or 5 pounds. So it obviously worked. My body started to adapt to that a few days in, and I wasn't feeling cold and I wasn't feeling anything like that anymore. So the next week I didn't lose 5 pounds, I lost maybe 1 pound. And then I think there was 2 weeks where I didn't really lose anything. And then I lost more weight again. I just stuck with that consistently. And then when I came here to Thailand, I wasn't really able at the time to measure what I was eating and do what I was doing back home to work out all the calories. So I was trying to guesstimate it a little bit, but we were also eating at some of the gourmet raw restaurants, and then me and Aubrey, my girlfriend, we both had the idea, well, how about we just eat mangoes for a few days? We did that, and then I just thought, I quite like this, and I just kept going. And I was really not that into it. I'm not really a mono mealer or a restrictive eater. I'm not really into that thing, but I enjoyed it a lot, and I thought, well, I've been into this raw thing for 8 years. I've done raw for many years at a time. I might as well try this for a little while. And it makes it very easy on a mono diet to lose weight, because you know kind of basically exactly what you're eating, exactly how much you need to eat and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty easy. But I think the first few weeks I wasn't really thinking about that. I wasn't really thinking about how much exactly I was eating and weighing it all out. I wasn't doing that. But I was losing a little bit of weight. The last 2 weeks I lost like a half a pound, and it was almost unnoticeable, because I didn't think I'd lost any weight those 2 weeks, and even this week I didn't think I'd lost any weight. And what's interesting to me is that my theory and my thought is, when you're actually on a mono diet of one fruit, it seems to me that the amount that I'm eating, if I was just to eat as much as I wanted, the amount that I'm eating will allow me to lose like a little bit of weight every week, like say like a half a pound, something like that. Now I can restrict a little bit more and lose a bit more than that, but if I don't really think about it, I still seem to lose a little bit of weight. Now, what that's suggesting to me is the body so finely tuned that if you put it on the right diet, the best diet, which is a mono meal of fruit diet, a mono diet of fruit, maybe not for life, but for a short period of time, this is the easiest diet to put your body on. Is the body so finely tuned that it knows how much to eat to get down to perfect weight? Does it sense that being overweight is not, optimal and it kind of decides to try and get you down to that weight through signaling to you to not eat too much, because you can't really overeat on a mono diet of one fruit. That's a great thing. Is that the case? I don't know. Does the body monitor your weight like that and have that ability to then shut off your hunger at a certain point? I don't know. But I do want to say that hunger is a different thing on a raw diet, and it's a different thing on a fruit diet. And you have to be prepared for that. It's a different experience. People, as I said, people are used to eating basically out of addiction, habit, social factors, and not really eating necessarily out of needing to eat or wanting to eat. You know, it's more like they're uncontrollably eating, and a lot of people don't like that experience, because a lot of people like control, and they don't like the fact, and this is where some people struggle with the raw diet and with any diet, because food for them is a control issue, but you cannot control 100% your cravings, your addictions, you know, if you eat a diet with all these, with addictive foods like cooked foods and all that stuff in it, you don't really have control. That's what I would say to you, is you don't really have control over that diet. It has control over you, and you're not going to be able to restrict and have control over that diet the way that you might want to. Especially, and certainly not as much as you would if you were on a mono diet of fruit, where you really do have a lot of control over how much you eat. Yeah, a lot of people are looking to their body for hunger. They're looking to their stomach, they're looking to their intestines, which is down here. They're looking to all this area down lower. I don't really witness or view hunger down there. For me, hunger is more up here. It's much more in this area. It's much more, am I thinking about food? Am I constantly thinking about food? Do I feel a sense of emptiness? It's not really a hunger pains thing. Do I feel a sense of like, it's this kind of a subtle feeling. But it's not the hunger pains in the stomach thing. So when people are looking for that and it's not there, they go, oh well, I guess I'm not meant to eat. Even though they're thinking about food constantly. They're like, well, I'm not going to eat. But they're thinking about food constantly. You know, if you're thinking about food, Aubrey always says to me, you know, should I eat or should I not eat? I'm kind of thinking, should I eat or should I not eat? I'm like, yeah, you should eat. If you're thinking about it, that's a sign that you should eat. If you're thinking about it, if you've eaten enough, you don't think about food, you don't think about eating. So if any of you are on a weight loss path, a raw diet is fantastic for weight loss, but you do need to do it in a good way, in a healthy way, and not in an extreme way, and have reasonable expectations. Weight loss is something that takes a long time and takes discipline, but in that it takes habit. And creating habits, it also creates, you need to have a mindset that's not like, well, I did really well this week, I think I'll just have a cheat day. Like, that doesn't work. You need to throw out that mentality, and that's a mentality you need to throw out for healthy eating in general. Is like, well, I'm going to eat unhealthy now because it's my day off or something like that, or it's the weekend, my family's coming over, so I'm going to eat unhealthy. Why? Tell them what you're doing. I'm losing weight. I'm not going to eat like you. Just, I understand it's probably more difficult for a lot of people, but you just need to communicate with people. Tell them what you're doing. It doesn't matter if they laugh or think it's silly or they want you to remain unhealthy with them. Like, that's unfortunate for them. But you have to make that choice for yourself, and not get that out of your head, this idea that like, well, I'll eat healthy, I'll maintain my weight loss diet or my weight loss plan for X amount of days, but I'll fall off after that. That's no good, you know. That's really no good. So probably I might do a webinar on this. A more of a yeah, I think I might. I think that'd be a good idea. If you'd like to see that, I'll do a free webinar in which you can join in and ask questions and stuff. If you'd like to see that, then let me know down below. Give me a like or whatever, indicate in some way. I'm pretty passionate actually about helping people with this weight loss thing, because this is something that's really, a lot of people don't say this. You know, people get in touch with me about the UK Fruit Fest, right? And they're interested in coming. And I often say to people, why are you attracted towards the raw vegan lifestyle? What's got you interested in this idea of healthier eating? And they say, oh, you know, I want to feel good. I want to, you know, have energy. I want to like live a better life and all that stuff. And that's the kind of, I don't know, that's the answer that people like to give. But the honest answer for a lot of people, not everyone, but probably a vast percentage of those people, is weight loss. That they've tried a lot of other things for weight loss, they're out of control with their eating, and they're putting on weight rather than losing weight, and this is maybe something they're looking at for a whole load of reasons, yes, but weight loss being a big part of it. So I've seen a lot of people come and go, not really get the weight loss that they wanted. There's been a lot of bad information over the years, kind of like, well, just eat as much as you want, as long as it's raw food, you'll lose weight, and that's not really accurate. If you truly stick to 100% raw vegan diet, just fruits and vegetables, most people will lose weight as beginners. But how many people have the discipline or the mindset to do that? So wherever you're at, you can lose weight. You just need to, you know, there's a bit of a process to it, working out a program that you can stick to, and that's what it's all about. So anyway, thank you for watching the video, supporting the channel. I've got some links below. I've got a presentation called The 3 Biggest Mistakes People Make on a Raw Vegan Diet. That's a presentation you can get access to if you want to join my newsletter, which is only something I send out maybe once a week by email, and I might send out, you know, notifications about these videos. I'll put that link below, and yeah, I'll see you in another video. Thank you very much.